beautiful today.
You totally
What
do.
the fuck? I don't.
You
I mean,
are
I know I'm
glowing,
beautiful,
you're
but like
exuding like summer goddess energy for
it's
sure.
like this is like my power kimono.
Yeah, with your gorgeous necklaces.
Yeah. I'm feeling my vibe today.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on with my stomach and this tank top.
Fuck a diddle. He did get you. He got you on your titty.
Fuck. Schnickel Fritz.
It was Frederick's fault. He spilled the
Frederick.
coffee.
That's why I don't wear white, guys. The only reason I bought this white tank top
Was to work that event.
was to work that event because I needed a white shirt.
I mean, it's really cute.
Thanks. It's the only white shirt that made it through that night out of 3. The rest are being stain treated.
I still find it wildly inappropriate that they required you to buy a white shirt. Like,
Well, I think they just assumed people had white shirts.
well, I don't know why they would assume that. I mean, I do, but that's because I like them, but not everyone does.
I mean, I like a white shirt. I just can't keep a white shirt clean. Obviously.
I mean, that's fair. Okay, so fun story about when I'm eating at home. I'll like put an old lady napkin
I
across
love
my
that.
white shirt if that's what I'm wearing. I'm like, I gotta protect it.
Yeah.
Because I do genuinely love white clothes.
Yeah.
But I never wore them as a kid because I don't think I was in a brain space to be able to take care of them well.
Yeah.
I was constantly like spilling fucking ketchup on them or whatever.
Coffee.
Okay, well that wasn't your fault. That was Fred's fault.
Well,
You were just calmly holding coffee, living your best life, and Fred was just like, hey, let me bop your coffee cup.
living his best puppy life.
Well, yes. Fred and white shirts don't necessarily go together.
That's okay. Me and white shirts also don't go together. Fred, me too. It's okay.
It is.
It's okay.
Just noticed how pretty your leggings are.
Thanks.
I was like, oh my god, they match her kimono so well.
Yes.
I almost called it a cardigan, like we're in 2005 wearing our like little cardies.
I do also love a cardigan.
I
Not
love a
gonna lie.
long cardigan. I don't love a short
I
cardigan
don't
anymore.
love a short cardigan anymore either. But I did in about
Oh,
2005.
for sure. I used to have a couple of like cropped cardigans.
Oh, yes.
So that the like extra long tank top that like goes down to your hip. I'm trying to show the camera,
Yes.
but it's behind a terrarium.
It's the one I'm wearing right now. If I just pull it down.
Yes.
But I don't. I don't pull them down anymore.
No,
the
not
layering.
all the way down so that they cover your butt and like
The ones that you used to wear under
your other shirts.
other shirts.
Yes.
The layering camis.
Oh, the layering camis. It was such a vibe.
It was such a vibe.
Okay, well, beautiful humans, welcome to this episode. It's going to be a slumber party episode,
Woohoo!
which I hope is as exciting for you guys as it is for us, because we're just, I don't know, kind of doing like a catch up on like what we're doing now or focusing on now, but we're
Yeah.
also going to do like a card pull for you guys.
Yes.
And maybe a card pull for each of us. And by
Yeah.
card pull, I mean like tarot or an oracle deck if
Mhm.
you're new to that. But if you're not, then
Yes.
you already knew what I meant.
Yeah.
So, official intro. Hi, beautiful humans! I'm Kayla,
And I'm Ashley. Welcome to You're So Welcome.
a podcast of belonging for humans exploring their deepest hearts. Intro.
I love it. So good.
I love a like little snappy intro where it
Oh,
cuts
yeah.
like fast.
Clean.
Ugh. Satisfying.
So good.
I'm into it.
Me too.
So, for our slumber party episode,
Yes.
where are we at? What are we doing? What's like going on with our lives?
So many things.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You want to start? You want to tell us a thing?
Yeah, I'll tell you a thing. I have a super fun summer job
Yeah?
that I've been super enjoying. I've been working as a camp host.
Such a good job for you.
It has been so much fun. It's been great. I've been able to work outside, and we hosted a wedding out at the campground one day, and I just got to like be around all of this love and
La, 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 la.
beautiful people celebrating a beautiful wedding out in beautiful nature.
Sounds like a lot of fucking beauty.
It was so amazing. It was so great.
So how is that like filling your bucket? The international symbol for bucket filling.
I love that. I love that. It's been really great. It's so peaceful to be out at the campground because it is a little bit out of the city. So like there is a lot less hustle and bustle noise. Like there's so much less
like instant peace, instant
noise.
gentleness.
Yes, so much. And I get to drive around the golf cart and deliver like firewood and bags of ice and just check on people and make sure that they're having fun. And
That sounds like such a good job for you.
it is. It's so much fun. I super love it. It's been so great.
Because you basically just get to like take care of people and like hype up their experience.
Yes. So
Which
much.
I feel that for you.
It's so great. And we've been doing movies on the weekends out at the campground. And so I've been like having a lot of fun doing the like chalkboard signs
Mm-hmm.
for the movies. This last weekend they did a Jurassic Park. And so like
That had to be so cool.
it
like
was fun. It was
surrounded by trees watching Jurassic
it
Park.
was so much fun. And I got to, on the chalkboard sign, I made like the Jurassic Park logo, kind of like the
Oh, you didn't send me a picture.
Oh, I'm sorry. I totally will because it
okay,
looks so
okay.
good. It looked so good. I did such a good job, guys.
Mm.
But it
I'm
was
fucking sure you did.
It was cute. So like I just got to sit out there and like make the sign and then like get in the little ticket booth with all the lights flashing and it's
I
fun.
love
And then in
that.
the background like they had it all set up so like just the intro of Jurassic Park just kept playing over and over again and like
Yes.
the awesome sound system and like you're just surrounded by all the trees and like the lights are
Oh my god.
like the sun was setting and it was getting dark and the bonfires just started glowing and I mean,
love that.
it was so incredible. It's like such an amazing experience. I'm like, how is this my life? Like this is so
I
amazing.
love that so much.
Yeah, it's so much fun.
I feel like anytime you can listen to the music of John Williams out in
Yes.
nature, it's gonna be a fucking vibe.
Yes, it was good. And I got to take my daughter with me
Yeah.
this last time. And she's 12, almost 13. And she hadn't, I don't think, seen all of Jurassic Park. And she got to watch
Oh.
a lot of the movie out in like the trees, right? So you're watching this happen in the trees, and
I
like
love that.
watching her like with all of the jump scares in the like
Uh-huh.
original movie, she was just like, but she had so much fun.
Oh
it
my
was great.
gosh. When those memes ask you if you could go back in time, what would you do? Maybe rewatch Jurassic Park all over again
Yeah.
for the first
For
time.
the first time.
Because it's such a vibe. I guess
Yes.
I couldn't because I'd be going back in time, but like that didn't make any sense. But that's
That's
fine.
okay.
If I could, I would.
Yeah.
Because that would be a grand time.
Well, I feel like watching it out on that screen
Mm-hmm.
in nature, like I felt like, yes, I have seen the movie, but I've never seen it on that scale in nature.
Like
right?
in the trees.
Yes.
Like a velociraptor could fucking sneak up behind you
Yes.
at any fucking moment.
And there's like kids running around, like there's kids running around, but they're not noisy. Like the sound system is so good and like
well, because it's got surround
Yes.
sound, you said,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
From all
from
around.
all around. And there's like campfires and there's trees and it's just like it was just incredible.
That sounds
It's so
magical.
good. Yeah.
I love that for you.
I'm excited. This weekend
Yay.
is a new movie, so woo. Sorry,
Ooh.
Fred. Fred had a little stretch. Made my mic go a little wonky. But,
He does that.
mhm.
Little cutie pie.
I know.
He's being so good.
He is.
He's learning the podcast life.
Yeah, he is.
Well, and he and Rose weren't playing this morning.
Mm.
And I was like, I know the key to a successful podcast filming is them being crazy people in the morning. Like just
Right.
doing zoomies up and down the
Yes.
hall and like
Getting all that
wrestling on the couch.
energy out.
So I was like, you guys need to play. Go play. Go play. Luckily, they started it on their own because
Oh, good.
otherwise my backup plan was to blow on Rose's head.
Oh, is that a trick?
If you blow on the top of her head, she's like, it's time for fuckery.
Oh.
It's time.
Oh, I'm so glad I know this trick now.
Yeah, I only use it if you're prepared for it.
Okay. Good to know. Good to know.
Fred's is making whale noises. If you make whale noises, he'll just think that the party has fucking started and he's here for it.
I love it.
But only do that if you're prepared to have a full body Fred in your face. Like literally he will try and climb you. And by try to climb you, I mean full body jump at you with no plan on how to land. So you have to figure out how it's gonna go in a millisecond.
So full noodle Fred. Coming at you.
Full noodle Fred.
Coming at you. Cute.
So those were my backup plans, but luckily they played on their own.
Okay.
And so now they're both sleeping like we little babes.
Good deal.
Little cutie pies.
They're doing so good.
No. Little muffaloos. Just resting.
So sweet.
I've been having to live the hyper restful life the last few days.
Yes.
And I don't know why. I don't know what my body needed or what changed or if she's just like sensing the new moon coming.
Mm-hmm.
But she's seriously downshifted my body. So Friday I had to cancel plans with my sister and my cousin, tragically, because I just was wiped. What happened? I burst into tears over something real tiny. I don't remember what it was.
Was Friday karma?
Yeah, Friday was karma.
Okay.
And I was already tired on Friday because my allergies were acting up.
Yes, I do remember that.
When she says was Friday karma, we have a like women's circle that I lead now at Karma Coffee, our sponsor. Look, what good timing.
Karma
Coffee.
Put a little karma in your cup.
Heyo. We're drinking the Miracle blend today.
It's so delicious.
It really is.
So good.
Miraculously delicious. What is that? It's for with
Lucky
the bunny.
Charms.
Yes.
Oh no, tricks.
Tricks. Yes. Tricks are for kids.
Mm-hmm.
What is it? Magically delicious. No, maybe that is Lucky Charms.
Yeah.
Magically delicious.
They're magically delicious. Hearts, stars, horseshoes, clovers, and blue moons. Pots of gold and rainbows, and the red balloons. They're magically delicious.
Not sponsored by Lucky Charms or Tricks.
Yet.
I mean, you would so be open to a sponsorship from Lucky Charms, wouldn't you?
Fuck yes.
Well, because you just bought the marshmallows, didn't you?
Absolutely, I did. I don't know if you know this about me, but you know that question that goes around every like get to know ya. If you could eat one food for the rest of your life, what would it be? Without a doubt, mine is cereal, breakfast cereal, cold breakfast cereal.
Oh my.
But I don't ever choose one, right? Because then I have options.
Well, yes. You gotta go with like a category of food.
Yeah, because sometimes you need the Raisin Bran, okay?
I mean, for your whole system, sometimes the Raisin Bran,
Sometimes you need
she's necessary.
But
You gotta get the fiber. And if you're listening to this and not watching it, I'm making a very fibrous gesture. I don't know how to describe that.
It's a flow. It is
Yes.
to get things a flowing and a moving
Yes, to
down the pipeline.
live your life Jamie Lee Curtis style. Sometimes you just need fiber.
Yes. But breakfast cereal is my jam.
Oh, I love that for you.
Mm-hmm. That's what we ate for dinner last night at my house.
That's cute.
Yeah.
I love a breakfast for dinner vibe.
Yes. But anyways, magically delicious.
Oh yeah, what was I talking about? Oh, how I needed to like engage in rest more lately. And Saturday, regardless of whether my body needed to rest, I needed to like go do some landscaping stuff for my mom. So I put on my responsible pants and shorts because
It was
humidity.
Hot. Yeah.
And then we delivered some rocks and we planted some flowers.
Ooh.
And we just got a whole beautiful situation going on. New landscaping. So,
Ooh.
yes. And then Sunday was such a beautiful day.
Sunday.
It was overcast the whole day.
Yes.
It rained a little early in the morning. We went out for brunch and then we
Mm-hmm.
came home and we sat by the campfire for 9 hours.
Beautiful.
Not hyperbole, legitimately 9 hours. And it was magic. I felt like a forest fairy.
Oh.
And also I was listening to my audiobook, so like that kept it a little modern, you know. But modern forest fairies.
Was it a forest fairy book?
It was called The House Witch. So yes, forest fairy adjacent for sure.
That sounds like a lovely book.
It's pretty cute. I just finished the first one and downloaded the second one.
Are you listening to them or reading them?
I am listening to it.
See, I think I need to bite the bullet and audible it up.
I mean, or I've heard that the Libby app is really good.
Oh yeah. I
to
have
get
Libby.
library. Oh, well then yeah. Go
What am
for
I
it.
doing?
Live your best life.
What am I even doing?
The only reason why I'm still on Audible is because I paid for a fuckload of credits without using them. And if you leave Audible,
Yeah.
they take all of your credits away. So I was like, well, I need to use all of the money that I had already
Yes.
paid Jeff Bezos before
Yes, you
I
do.
cut ties.
That's right.
Like, I'm not just giving Jeff Bezos money for no reason.
For
He's
no
got
reason.
enough.
Yes. You use that. For sure.
And I don't think that he's the most ethical person. So he doesn't need more of my money. Now, ask me if I've given him more money in the interim in trying to use my credits, because I have. So then did I really win?
Don't think too hard about it. Just enjoy your audiobooks. How about that?
I have to think hard about it because I want to like live consciously and I want to live a life of integrity, and these are the things that I think about. But this is also the reason why we quit Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
So
For sure.
I feel at least good about that. Look, guys, living your life the way your best self would live life comes in steps. It does not come all at once.
No.
So, quit Amazon Prime, didn't quit Audible. Will be quitting soon because I only have 2 credits left to use. So,
Ooh.
I might as well just finish buying like the House Witch books and
Yes.
then peace out. Oh my god.
You're so close.
So close.
Then we'll get you hooked up with Libby.
Yes. Well, I tried to get on Libby and I don't know where the fuck my library card is.
Okay, well, we can figure that out.
I know you have to go in. You can't just.
Well, I can
do
help
it
you with
online.
that. I'll help you with that.
Well,
And Zoe can also help us
ooh,
with
for
that.
the Back Pocket Besties Club, also, which you should totally join because it's really fun.
Yes.
We'll go on an
Yes!
adventure to the library.
High five! I love that.
So in the Back Pocket Besties club, we do ride along adventures.
Yes.
So you get to like do life with us in real fucking life.
Yay!
Are they stellarly filmed? Probably not, because it's just me and my iPhone walking around.
Fred. We did have a helper last time.
That's true. Lily got some rad shots of us last time.
Lily, my 12, almost 13-year-old, was our videographer.
It was so beautiful.
She was quite the helper.
Yes. So that one should be going up on the Back Pocket Besties Club soon. I need to edit it. Well, you need to finish filming a section for it.
Yeah.
And then it'll be up. But I did just post another ride-along adventure about my husband and I putting in some apple trees in our backyard. So
they're beautiful.
yes. So when you join the Back Pocket Besties Club, you get content like that.
Yes.
So additional content of hanging out with us. You will also receive a free month of Happy Snail Mail.
Yay.
Yes. I don't know why I keep adding happy to it.
Because it's happy.
It's the vibe.
It is.
And then you will also receive access to a mini retreat from Braveheart Open Mind, my business.
Yes.
Hers is Fabled Designs by Ashley. That's where the snail mail comes from.
Whoop, whoop.
So you will get Unearthing Secrets of Your Soul Self as a mini retreat for you. And then I just added this last night and I haven't even told Ashley. So like, here you go. I added Braveheart Open Mind's self-love course, The Art of Being Comfortably Weird.
Yay!
Self-love for your inner magic.
Yay!
And I'm really excited because I know that Well, here's why I did it. Insight into Kayla's brain. The episode 2 weeks ago for you guys. Episode 13. We'll call it that for sure. Episode 13, I mixed up what I was saying about what people would get if they share the podcast 3 times.
Okay.
I said 2 different things, and then one of the things that I said was Unearthing Secrets of Your Soul Self, which is for the Back Pocket Besties Club, and I was like, well, I'll give them something else that's super exclusive just in case that, like, made somebody sad.
Okay.
I just wanted to, like, I don't know, act with the most integrity that I could that I wasn't, like, promising exclusive content over here, but then, like, oh, by the way, I'll just give it away to other people. So I wanted to make sure that everyone felt like the Back Pocket Besties Club was, like, a really good value.
Yeah.
And I love the art of being comfortably weird.
Yes. And also, Kayla's playlists for the art of being comfortably weird are my favorite of the playlists.
Oh, yay. I'm so glad you love them.
I do. I so do. I do.
I mean, I do have pretty bomb playlists on Spotify.
For real.
Well, because I love a good fucking playlist. Yes. I have since I was putting them on cassettes.
Yes.
Oh my god, I sound old as shit.
I remember doing that, waiting by the radio. Do you remember waiting by the radio?
I do.
Waiting for your song,
and then being devastated that the fucking DJ is talking through the beginning. I'm like, shut the F up. I'm trying to make my best list over here.
Yes.
Don't you know that I'm hitting record right now?
Yes.
Bah!
Yes.
Also, much love to all the DJs out there.
Yes.
It's not your fault. I just... 12-year-old Kayla didn't have very good emotional regulating skills.
Same. Oh, man.
So there's that. But back to the thingy that I was talking about.
Yes.
In episode 13, we announced that if you guys share the podcast in 3 ways, it could be a text message to one of your really good friends, it could be sharing it on Instagram, it could be sharing it
on the Face Place.
That's Facebook. Wherever you want to share the podcast 3 times, take a screenshot of where you've done that and email it to yoursoulwelcome@gmail.com, and you will automatically get a mini retreat from Braveheart Open Mind. It's called Enter into the Abyss.
Ooh, a bliss!
Like the abyss of bliss. Like, just fucking endless. And you will also get a downloadable PDF of one of Ashley's beautiful designs from Fabled Designs as a coloring sheet.
Yay!
So, and that's not you'll be entered to win. That is you will receive. We will reply to the email with the links and you'll just get those things.
Yep.
Because winning things is cool.
But getting free shit is even cooler.
Well, and this way everybody wins.
Yeah.
Because you get a taste of what Braveheart Open Minds can offer for you. Mm-hmm. You get a taste of Fabled Designs by Ashley, because with Ashley's snail mail, which you'll get when you join the Back Pocket Besties Club, she sends out like little coloring bookmarks. So the coloring PDF is a really good taste of what you can get when you sign up for her snail mail.
Yep. With the snail mail, you also get a die cut sticker.
Oh yeah, there's more with the snail mail than just the bookmark.
But yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, so there's that. So that is still going on. We should probably pick an expiration date for that. Maybe. I don't know. We'll talk about that. You will be the first to know if we decide to put an expiration date on that.
Yeah.
Because maybe we don't. Maybe we just hit reply. I don't know. That's only sustainable for so long.
Yeah, maybe like summertime.
Summertime. Well, I mostly meant like volume, because we're convinced that this podcast is gonna blow up. Because we are doing good shit with you guys. Yes. Doing life together with you is so good.
Frederick.
Like it's... Oh, is he bobbling your mic again?
Yes, he's just having his best little nap.
So cute.
But doing life together with you is so...
It's magic.
It is.
We are creating fucking magic here in
Yes.
this community together, and we couldn't do it without you. I mean,
For
we
sure.
could, but like, the magic would be smaller. It would be
Yes.
two-person magic.
Right.
And with you guys listening and commenting and joining the Back Pocket
Yes.
Besties Club and sharing, like, the magic gets to fucking grow. It
Yes.
really is that beautiful ripple effect.
Mm-hmm.
And so this is going to blow up. And at some point, we're not going to have time to reply to everybody's emails. But maybe that's when we, like, hire a communications person.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see how that goes.
For sure.
We're dreaming big, y'all.
We're dreaming so big.
And you guys get to dream big too, because here's the thing.
Yeah.
Because we are dreaming big and we're dreaming big publicly, you guys get to see that it's okay to fucking dream big and go after it and be your best self.
Yeah.
Be your version of comfortably weird. Be your version of welcoming other people's weird.
Yes.
You know? Yeah.
Do it.
Because when you get to be 100% your full self,
Mm-hmm.
you get to show other people that it's okay for them to be their 100% full self.
Yes, and you can sing the ba-ba-bas at the pool.
Okay, well now you're gonna have to tell the story. Because that doesn't make any sense if you don't know. And they don't know.
They don't know. But you know.
But this is not just for
True
me.
story. So, let me set the stage.
Ashley's looking hot as fuck at the local pool. Go on.
Thank you so much.
I
Thank you
needed
for
the
setting the
intro.
Took my kids to the local swimming hole.
While looking like a snack.
And it was busy AF. Okay? Lots of local moms
Mm-hmm.
and nannies and dads and tons of teenage children
Mm-hmm.
who I have educated and who are
Yes.
friends with my teenage children. And Sweet Caroline starts coming on the radio, right?
Sweet Caroline.
Ba ba ba. Okay, right? Because that's what you do when Sweet Caroline comes on the radio.
That is what you fucking do.
So I did it. And no one else in the whole expanse of this pool did.
It's tragic.
And my daughter, who's in the pool with her friends, I can hear, because like it got quiet after I ba-ba-ba'd real loud. I'm pretty sure she was like, oh, God, that was my mother. And so I was just like, what am I even doing here? Not really,
Living
not really.
your best
Yeah,
life.
I totally was. And
So you texted me.
I did. I texted Kayla.
Video evidence that no one else was but buying.
Yeah.
And I was like, Ashley, you gotta but for everyone else. Because you're just surrounded by people who are too afraid to like let their joy be expressed in public. And because I don't know a single human who is mad about singing but. They're just embarrassed.
But why?
Embarrassed, you know?
Yeah.
Well, because people don't feel like they can be themselves sometimes. And you have described your neighborhood as not necessarily being the most welcome of odd, I'm making air quotes if you're listening and not watching, personalities.
It is very... Here's the thing. The pool itself is not in the most affluent part of the neighborhood. But the neighborhood itself has grown.
Mm-hmm.
And the community itself is quite...
It has skewed more affluent.
yeah, but we live in the old part of town.
Mm-hmm.
Which is where the pool is. With a lot of like the old people and the townies and like...
The townie.
The townies. Yes, the people whose parents live up the street and then they bought the house
Mm-hmm.
down the street from their parents,
Mm-hmm.
which is the case of where I currently reside.
Mm-hmm.
But just nobody was buying, and I was just like, what? Like,
So I replied to her text, like, you gotta but, so that everyone else knows that it's okay and safe and beautiful and celebratory to but. Like, it's a ripple effect. The more you let yourself be your whole self, the more people around you see that it's safe and okay to be their whole self, which means that people around them, I don't know why I snapped, but
I liked it.
Really
yeah,
good.
It sounded good. It was good. It felt good.
Like, it literally just ripples out from person to person to person, and it exponentially makes the world a better place. Because you know what happens when you feel safe to be your full self? You stop being a fucking repressed dick.
Yeah.
And I'm not calling everyone who's not being themselves a fucking repressed dick, but like, there are many. And I think that that is a breeding ground for hatred and bigotry and being mean and cruel.
Yes.
So the more that you can exude your next level of authenticity, because again, it does not happen all at once. I didn't spring out of the womb like, well, I mean, I guess I kind of did. Like babies do. Babies just live their best lives.
Yeah, they do. Until
babies get told, oh, don't cry, everything's okay. Like,
or
which is well-intentioned, but it teaches you to get disconnected from your emotions.
Yeah.
And when you've been told over and over again that your emotions should be ignored or quieter or put away for a later time, the more you learn to be less and less authentic.
Yeah.
Less and less yourself.
Yeah.
And so, just like layer by layer, kids learn to be less themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Layer by layer, you get to learn to be more yourself.
Yes.
And that it has a fucking impact. And I think it's rad as shit. Because you guys are here listening to this, because you guys are working on yourselves,
yes,
you're creating the magic. We're doing this together. We are doing life together. High five! Woo! Yeah! I feel like I'm like ready for fucking game day!
Yeah.
Game day! Whoa! I don't know why I went all football player on it, but like, that's how I feel. I feel that like full body excitement. That full body like, yes! Let's do it! Rip your shirt off! Like,
yeah!
I like my clothes too much to rip my shirt off.
Yeah, they're cute.
Also,
they're
this
cute.
is going on the internet, so.
Cute.
This is not OnlyFans.
I'm not going to rip mine off either, just because I don't want my boobs hanging out on the internet today.
I mean, that's fair.
Maybe a different day, but not today.
Well, maybe in the Back Pocket Besties Club.
Maybe. Hey.
I'm just kidding. I don't know if we're gonna go full nude, you guys. That's probably a little much.
No, I mean, I got a bra on, but.
Well, I mean, I know. You can tell.
I know.
They're very shapely. Mine are very, well, shaped in a different direction. There's a difference between underwire and not. And your girl doesn't do underwire anymore because I love my body too much to put underwire on it.
My boobs are too big to...
We have the same size of boobs.
I don't know, mine just feel real heavy sometimes.
Girl, same. Fucking... But like the joy that my belly feels not having underwire digging into the top of my belly fucking constantly.
Oh, mine just dig into my ribs.
I know. It's terrible. Feels hideous. I have unsubscribed from that lifestyle.
I don't notice until the end of the day when I like take it off and then like it's all red and like stuff and then I rub on it and I'm like, oh, ow.
I know. Commit to no underwire for a couple of months and then put an underwire bra on and you will be like, what the fuck was I thinking? Because that's what happened to me.
I do. I wear not underwire probably 70 to 80% of the time.
Good.
And then when I have like a shirt that's like tighter like this one or something, I'll wear a real.
No, stop calling them real. My husband made me stop calling underwire bras real bras. He was like, no, make the new ones real. And I was like,
fucking Carrie,
how did I get so lucky to marry you?
So smart.
Oh my god, he's supportive as shit.
Yeah, he is.
Like, I just love my husband so much.
He's a good egg.
I don't know what I did in this life to like
You exist. Stop saying those words.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I am worthy of my husband.
Yeah.
He's so good.
Yes. And so are you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That's what he tells me.
Yay.
Every couple of months I find a new layer to my worthiness.
Mm-hmm.
Clearly that is my next layer to work on. It's all about layers.
Like an
It's
onion.
all about layers.
Layers.
If you're listening, I'm zhuzhing my kimono, making a layers joke that you can't see. Sorry.
Like an ogre or an onion.
Yes.
Yes.
For sure seats.
We watch a lot of Shrek sometimes.
I get that.
I like Shrek.
I'm glad for you.
Shrek the musical, extra superior.
Really?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I never hardcore climbed on the Shrek train. I mean, I
Eh?
I saw the first Shrek movie and the second one.
Yeah.
And then I pieced out because there are more, right?
Yeah,
I didn't watch those.
they're all right. The first two is really where it's at.
I remember liking the gingerbread cookie, but I don't know
Yeah.
if present me still likes that. Because there are some things now that I watch back and I'm like,
Yeah.
does not jive with my new worldview. Goodbye. I don't know.
I like it.
Yeah.
I do. I still like it.
Excellent. I love that for you.
The musical is really top notch too.
Love that.
Mhm.
I do like Donkey.
Yes.
Donkey.
Donkey. I can't.
I'm not. No,
I'm
we'll
so sorry.
stop trying
I'm
that.
so sorry.
We apologize.
Yep.
You had to witness that with your ear holes or eyeballs.
Sorry. So sorry. What is your if you watch a movie at a slumber party,
Uh-huh.
what is your movie o choice?
Oh, well, Clueless immediately popped into my head.
Okay.
I also have not rewatched that, so I don't know how it holds up.
I feel like I've only ever seen bits and pieces of it like on television.
I'm sorry, you've never seen the full experience of Clueless?
No, I don't think so.
Well, I fucking loved it when I was a kid.
Oh, good.
My sister and I watched Clueless 90,000 million times.
I love that.
Again, I would want to rewatch it before I
Recommended it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because you guys know, some shit doesn't age well.
No. It
Things
does not.
that you once thought were acceptable in 2023, when this is being recorded, are no longer acceptable.
As the youths would say, cringe.
Yes, things get cringe with new perspectives, because when you know better, you do better. And the more you become more your most authentic self as an adult,
Yeah.
sometimes you squint at like what sweet protecting yourself you used to let happen to you.
Yeah. Ew.
From a movie perspective and from I was in an abusive relationship perspective, right? Like,
Yes.
it just, when you know better, you do better, and you have better boundaries.
Yes. We were literally on the way driving here, and there was a song that came on the radio, and I was like, I used to really like this song, and now this song is just a bunch of red flags. And as the
Yes.
lyrics were happening, I was like, red flag, red flag, red
Don't-
flag,
Don't
red
get
flag.
me fucking started on the Twilight series, because that is red flag after red flag
Yes.
after red flag.
Yes. Yes.
I ranted about this out at the fire pit to Carrie because he was like, I don't even know what Twilight is. Like, and you explained to me why you hate it so much now.
Lily read it, and we watched the movies, and we
Horrifying.
had so much conversation about
I
it.
bet, because
Because-
it's awful.
Yeah, so bad, so bad.
Just from a boundaries perspective, like every boundary Bella tries to set, Edward breaks.
Well,
He's
also,
controlling. He
she
doesn't.
she was in such a place of where she needed so much love for herself
Yes.
that she was in. She was just in
not
no
emotionally
position.
prepared for a relationship.
at all.
And it just is gross because they also bring the like love triangle of Edward, Bella, and Jacob
Yes.
into things.
Yes,
And like
that was handled so poorly.
literally the storyline says, don't choose the guy who treats you right and defends your boundaries and right to independence. Choose the guy who controls you and is mean to you and is hot and cold and dramatic about everything.
And go.
Fuck that shit.
And go be nearly suicidal and reckless.
Yeah, no.
To
fuck
get
that.
him.
Absolutely
To get him.
fucking
Yeah.
not.
No.
Ah,
No,
I hate
no.
Twilight.
And there's a whole another issue of racism and
Yes. But like from a perspective of a person who has been in an abusive relationship, nothing grooms you for that like fucking Twilight.
Yes.
Fuck that shit.
Yes. And then I read
it is abusive grooming.
Yes, and I didn't know that at the time. And then I just consumed it.
Right.
And obsessed over it. And then fell into the fanfic
Right.
hole. Right.
I did not fall into the fanfic
Oh,
hole, but I can see how it
I
was furthered.
did. Yes, I did.
No. You deserve a warm and gentle relationship with a man who's going to remind you to be kind to yourself and loving to yourself, like I somehow managed to obtain for myself in Carrie Cameron Clark. Like,
or any person, not just a man, but any person.
Oh, yes. So sorry. I was speaking from my perspective,
Yep.
which I am in a heterosexual marriage. But I certainly think that I am pansexual. I just did not allow myself to explore that avenue.
I am definitely pansexual, so
I'm really so proud of myself that I remember to call it pansexual instead of bisexual, which I know to most people is like, of course you should, lady. It was hard to switch my mindset. But like hard things are worth it.
Yeah.
Because gender is not a binary.
Nope.
Not here for that.
Nope.
So, there's that.
Yeah.
Anyway, you deserve a warm, loving relationship with a human who is going to care for you and care for you caring for you. Like, if they're not cheering you on, then they're holding you back. And that is unnecessary, and you deserve better. So that's the that on that, as Ladies and Tangents would say.
That's the that on that. I like it.
Yes.
Okay, anyway, so Clueless.
Oh, yes. I think I would recommend Clueless, but I don't know without rewatching it.
Okay.
Because, I mean, there's definitely some cringy things, what with, like, her falling in love with an older man, and is that appropriate? And, like, how old is Josh in that movie, really? Like...
See, I didn't even know there was a person named Josh.
Oh, well, he's like, that's her love interest, / stepbrother.
Oh.
And he works for her father. Paul Rudd.
Oh, I like Paul
National treasure, Paul Rudd.
Yeah.
Well, national treasure until he... I hope he doesn't do anything stupid, because I really like Paul Rudd.
I really like Paul Rudd.
And Ryan Reynolds. Both of them.
Well, he's not a national treasure. He's Canadian.
I don't give a fuck. International treasure.
There you go. There you go.
So I really hope that they continue to be like the people that I perceive them to be, but like also they're gonna live their own lives. So
Ryan
I have no
Reynolds
control over that.
And his marriage to Blake Lively.
Oh my god, it's so cute.
I love them.
Adorbs.
Yes.
So there are already some questionable things that just from what I remember from the movie I'm open to watching it.
I can't remember the name of the movie that I would pick, but it's the movie where the teen girl goes and visits somewhere, and there's magic.
You're gonna need to be way more specific.
And then at some point there's the little song.
I know nothing about what you're talking about. That could be so
Teen
many
Witch!
movies.
No, it's Teen Witch. It's Teen Witch. Duh, it's Teen Witch.
I've never seen
Yes.
that. Happy to watch it.
Happy to show you.
Comment below, you guys, if you want to do like an online watch party of
Please.
Teen Witch.
Yes.
Or Clueless. Or whatever. Or anything. Comment below how you want to hang out with us.
Yeah. Virtual slumber party.
Because we know how we want to hang out with you.
Yeah.
And we're open to feedback.
Virtual slumber party would be so fun.
It really would.
I'm here for it.
Let's do it!
Let's do it!
Well, I was exploring my human design a little bit more yesterday. And as a manifester, fun fact, I'm not supposed to ask my audience questions.
Yeah.
And that really weirded me out because I, as like a coach, as a certified trained coach, so much of coaching is asking questions, which is a different purpose because you're trying to get them to realize something with the questions. But then it's thrown how I communicate with people into a deeper level of examining, because I always feel like I'm extending an invitation when I ask a question.
Yes.
But this woman was saying that it undermines my like leadership and my full steam ahead like enthusiasm, or it could if I let it, I guess.
If you let it. There's the key. Because I feel like the way that you ask questions is very, very
trained.
Like no, but like it's very from a place of direction, guidance. Like it is very, like they are very purposeful questions.
Yes.
Like they are not just like, well, how's it going?
I think maybe she's talking about asking questions that will inform my actions, such as when I say, let me know if you guys want a slumber party. That could dictate whether or not we do a virtual slumber party. If we hear crickets, right?
Right.
That could dictate whether or not we act.
Right.
Whereas a manifester is supposed to initiate. Like when I have an idea that I feel is for me,
yes,
I'm not supposed to ask permission. I'm not supposed to ask for input. I'm just supposed to fucking do it.
Yes.
And to be honest, that feels correct for me.
Yeah.
Because when I would ask people for advice, so many times they would yuck my yum.
Yeah.
Not from a place of meanness, but from a place of caring, of like, well, I don't want you to get hurt.
Yes.
I want you to do the best job that you can. I want you to I want to help you be your best self. But like at some point, they don't know how I get to be my best self.
Right.
I know how to be my best self. And that was a powerful sentence.
Yeah, it was.
I know how to be my best self.
Yeah, you do.
You guys, I've been working a little bit with self-trust lately, and I've started adding into my mirror work.
Yeah.
I trust myself in all ways, always. I don't know that sentence would have come out of my mouth like 4 days ago.
No.
I don't think it would have.
That, for me, that's a hard one. Like, that's a hard one. Trust me. Ooh.
Oh, well, and it was easy in some contexts and hard in others, and now I am.
Hi, friend.
Bobby, oh, look at your little paws. Oh, you don't know if the camera caught it, but it was really
so
cute. I'm working to expand that definition of self-trust from little things into every fucking thing. I know what's right for me. I know what is correct for me.
Yeah.
I don't need to wait to respond to anything. I don't need to wait for an invitation. I just am full fucking steam ahead. And
but you're emotional.
Yes, ride my emotional wave as a manifester does. And if you guys haven't watched our episode on human design, you can find it like 4 or so episodes back. We had a human design expert on, my friend Megan, and she's awesome. And she'll tell you about your human design and how you can find that. And if I am a fucking rock star, I'll remember to drop the link to her website in this one too, so that you can find out your human design.
Yeah.
Well, okay. I need to stop saying if I'm a rock star.
You already are.
I am a rock star, and if I want extra credit on this assignment.
No!
No? Okay.
That's
triggered Ashley
worse.
hard. Okay. How is it worse?
Because then, I don't know, that's just not good.
You just hated it. Okay, that's fair.
I hated it a lot.
That's fair. Okay, my little leg has to come back here.
Howie. I had to fix my hair, and I think I made it worse.
I mean, I think it looks okay. It looks like not all of it might be in your clip, but I'm not sure. Oh, it's definitely worse now.
No, Schnibble Fritz.
It's okay. Maybe just live with your wild and free hair.
Yep.
What were we talking about? Oh, self-trust.
Yes.
So I have been on a journey with my self-trust. Oh yeah, and we were talking about human design. So.
And our virtual sleepover.
Yes, all the things. Do you think it's time for a card pull for our beautiful Your Soul Welcome listeners and watchers?
In a hot minute when I get my hair fixed.
Oh, okay. For sure. I get that.
I need to put it back up.
Oh, okay.
I just can't handle it, guys.
I get that. Sometimes you just want your hair how you want your fucking hair.
There's too much of it. So, what about braids? Braiding. That's a thing. That's a thing at a sleepover party, right? So I braided your hair before.
Yes, she gave me cute little French braids, and it made me happy, and it made me feel like I was in middle school, like 8th grade and freshman year of high school, because I had a friend named Katie who would braid my hair, and it was wild. Also, playing with another adult's hair is underrated.
Yes.
In our present U.S. society right now.
Agreed.
Like, I feel like getting your hair touched is just so nice.
It is.
It's so good. So, you know, just let's bring back the playing with people's hair as adults. We did it as kids. We can do it as adults. It's a real thing.
It is a real thing.
Because it doesn't feel any less good just because we're adults now. It still feels fucking fantastic.
It does.
Mm-hmm.
I had a friend one time who was like, one of her friends like was having a hard time, and went over to her house or something and was like, will you just like let me lay my head in your lap and like can you just rub my hair? And she was like, no, that's extra creepy and like weird.
No,
and I was like,
that's so
no.
sweet.
I was like, you tell your friend she can come to my house and she can lay her head on my lap and I will pet her hair for her.
For sure.
Because sometimes people just...
Like, I would probably put a pillow on my lap, but, like, that's about it. Otherwise, you're so welcome to put your head in my lap.
Yeah.
It does sound kind of funny when you say it like that.
Is that okay?
That looks so beautiful. Well, wait, here. Lean forward just a bit. Okay. I popped it just like a scotch.
Woohoo!
Do you feel better now?
Yes, thank you.
You're so welcome.
Okay.
You guys, it never gets old to say you're so welcome instead of so.
It doesn't, but I think that many of the people in our lives have gotten, maybe, I don't know for sure.
I feel like that's an insecurity. I have not witnessed anyone mad about it in my life.
Me either. Okay, so I just picked up these cards. Which cards would you like me to pull from? I brought options.
What feels intuitively delicious? What cards are like begging for your hands to hold them?
Well, these ones were out, so I grabbed them.
Great. I love that. Do they feel good?
They do feel good. Mm-hmm. They do. The art is good.
What deck is it?
This is the Wild Goddess Oracle.
Yes.
I also
I love the name.
The Wild Offering Oracle by Tasha Silver. I picked this one up because the art is by my favorite artist, Katie Daisy. I saw it and it said Tasha Silver in big letters and I was like, no, that's wrong. That's Katie Daisy. I know that art. That's wrong. That's incorrect. And then I was like, oh,
Prince.
Art by Katie Daisy. I was like, oh, okay. That's right.
Well, I feel like you should pull from that since it's an offering. I liked that word since we're doing it for our audience.
Ooh, yes.
And as with all readings, take what feels like it's for you and leave what feels like it's not for you.
Okay. The Wild Offering by Tasha Silver. It says, this is a 52 card deck. All right.
I love
Wild
that.
Offering.
Do we want to do a
This one
3-card spread of like...
This one does not have a book, just so you know.
Oh, that's okay. Well, it says stuff on the cards, doesn't it?
It does.
Okay. We're not so good at tarot that we just like know cards. Well, Ashley knows some of them.
And these aren't tarot, these are oracle. So the message is really on the cards.
Which is kind of nice.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking like a 3-card spread of what the universe has in mind for our audience. Like what they need to hear or what they need to vibe with.
Okay.
Or maybe what will push them out of their comfort zone. Maybe that's the 1, 2, 3. What they need to hear, what they're ready to vibe with, and how they need to push themselves out of their comfort zone.
Okay, so what they need to hear,
Mm-hmm.
what they need to vibe with.
Yeah,
So,
like what's vibing for them right now.
What does that mean a little bit more specifically?
Like what is resonating with how they're resonating right now? What's a match for them, basically? Does that make sense? Like, what's an energetic match for them?
Okay. So what was the first one? What they need to hear.
What they need to hear. What's an energetic, vibey match for them?
Okay. Where they are currently.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then how they need to push themselves out of
So
their
like an
comfort
action.
zone.
Like an action
Perhaps,
step, kind
yeah.
of. Okay. Okay.
Or maybe just like a self-perception type thing. Yeah. It's still an action, it's just in your brain.
All right, I'm gonna pull an action card out of the inspiration.
That's
deck.
such a good deck for that.
Yeah.
Yes. Well,
Okay.
here, I'll grab that
Okay.
and shuffle it. Is that okay? Or did you want to shuffle it? Okay. I will
It's
be
it's brand new and crunchy still. It's brand new and crunchy. Do you want to pull the first 2 out of this one?
Sure. Okay, I'll just do a cut to get card 1.
Ooh.
And then the bottom one is calling to me. Okay. So then what they need to know right now, what you guys need to know right now, what the universe has for you,
Your message to hear
is a card called Solitude. Do we want to be really cool? And I can hold this up to our close camera and you can like edit that part in.
Yeah, let's try to do that.
Okay. So here.
Or I can just like take a picture of it and like
That might work easier.
take a still.
Okay. We can do stills. So it's a card called Solitude. So this is what the universe wanted you to hear right now. Once you embrace the inner divine and your own sacred solitude, the right people arrive at the right time, exactly on schedule, without forcing or chasing. I feel like I needed to hear that today too, to be honest. So once you embrace the inner divine and your own sacred solitude, the right people arrive at the right time, exactly on schedule, without forcing or chasing. And I feel like that's really be in your own presence, in your own energy, and allow what you desire to come to you instead of having this really pushing energy. I did really need to hear that actually.
Yeah. Yes.
So I
Yes.
hope that's helpful for you guys too.
Yes.
And then the card for what is vibing for you guys currently, what's an energetic match for you. The card is called Challenges, and I'll show the camera just so that you remember what card to take a picture of. And it's unbearable situation. The card is called Challenges. Unbearable situations throw you directly into God's or the universe's arms if you are open. Please take over, divine, and guide the right actions. Please take this burden and show me your will. So essentially, whatever is feeling crunchy or like friction or like conflict in your life right now, let yourself breathe with it and surrender into that knowing that the universe will show you the right path. Yeah. And show you the right path might look like an idea that you are journaling on and it comes to you and you're like, oh, yes, that's the answer. Or maybe it comes to you in a dream if you have like really luscious, vivid dreams that you remember. The universe speaks in such beautiful ways, and there's a variety of ways where if you just surrender to the universe's wisdom, she can show you what the next step might be. Which again is a really good card also for me right now.
Yes. And maybe too, to help with that, sometimes for me, I need to speak that out loud.
Yes. Journaling out loud is such a vibe.
Yes.
Like opening your voice notes and just talking it out can feel so good.
Like sometimes saying out loud, okay, universe, I've been struggling with this and I am ready for you to
guide me. Show me.
Like show me. Yes, show me.
Mm-hmm. If you guys want to hear a version of me journaling out loud, I put a voice note recording inside the Back Pocket Besties Club from the time where we recorded 3 episodes in one day and none of the audio was available.
Yes.
It was all gone and it hit me really hard, and
that was a tough day.
Oh God, it was so tough. So if you want to hear me really going through my process of processing a really intense emotion and kind of working through it, that journaling out loud session is hanging out in the Back Pocket Besties Club.
Yeah.
Because we went with the if you build it, they will come approach to the Back Pocket
right.
Besties Club. So there's for sure Z's content there. And at the time of recording, our one beautiful Back Pocket Bestie is in there. And I love that.
Yes.
And soon to be more.
Yay.
I'm real excited. And the Back Pocket Besties Club is only $5 a month. So you get bonus content and all the stuff we mentioned earlier.
We could do that little thing now where we slide in that little do.
Oh yeah,
Back
do
Pocket
that.
Besties.
We've got like a cute little self-promotion ad. Insert it here, future Ashley.
Yeah. Go Ashley, go.
I get you. Okay, so that was card 1. Card 2. Card 3 is about action steps. How are you ready to move into that next zone that expands you?
This deck I bought just very recently. I've actually had my eye on this deck for months and months. I took a picture of it months and months ago.
I didn't know that you had your eye on it. I thought you just saw it and got excited.
I didn't realize it either until I saw it in my photos.
And you were like, oh yeah, that deck. You manifested it.
I did.
Oh, the universe brought it right to you.
I know. I took a picture of it like the very first time that I went to Next Millennium.
Oh, a local crystal shop.
Like months and months and months ago. I was like, oh, that's cute. I didn't have the funds at the time to like splurge. And by splurge, I mean splurge. And so when we were at Mystic Fest, and we were walking by the table, I saw it and I was like, oh, this is cute. And I didn't realize it was the same one that I had saw or seen.
Speak it into the universe, you guys.
Prior, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is the cutest thing I've ever seen.
And it's such a good deck. It gives really good action steps. Like really specific, beautiful ways that you can be in a relationship with yourself. What's the deck called again, Ashley?
It is Inspirational Visions.
And perhaps we.
And it's like comes in this little box that
Take
looks
a still of it.
like it's curved. It looks like a little book.
Oh, it does.
And it's got its little magnet thing, and it opens up, and it's so beautiful. It's got like this little fairy scribe dude with this little tulip lamp.
Chilling out, Max. Relaxing, all cool.
Oh my gosh, he is so cute.
Huffing some flowers.
Puck and his thing again. Same card has been hopping out at me repeatedly.
To essentially pay attention to your dreams.
All right. Here we go. Action steps.
Action steps. What our audience needs to push themselves just a little bit. Because feeling safe is super important, and also pushing yourself just a little bit is also super important.
These cards are just a little bit big. Just a little bit too big for my hands.
That happens.
For my preference, I have small hands. I keep shuffling, and like as they're getting a little bit more worn, they're getting easier to work with. But
that's good. Well, because they've got a really beautiful like metallic coating on the side, like aqua metallic.
All right, I'm gonna fan them.
Okay.
How about you pull?
Oh, okay. She was pulling me from the start.
All right, I'm gonna pull one also.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, just because I feel like this guy wanted me to pull it. And if it's the frickin', it's not. Oh. Okay.
Okay, well, the one that I pulled for you guys is called Fire Dragon. Oh. Dragons live within our minds, and we must harness their fire. Oh, I'm real excited for what this card is.
Oh my.
Lay it on us, Ashley.
So some days you may feel so angry about an event that you want to breathe fire and brimstone and shout and cry all at once.
Yes.
It's only human to be that way because life has many pitfalls. Venting your desperate emotions is healthy and important, but within boundaries, of course.
Yes.
Okay. We're going to do a mind painting,
What does that mean?
a visualization.
Okay, so I should close my eyes.
Yes.
Okay. You guys can close your eyes too if you're not operating a motor vehicle or running or watching children. Okay.
Begin by visualizing a mind painting of your angry fire dragon struggling to come out. What does your angry fire dragon look like trying to come out?
She's holding herself back, like she's cowering. She's not like trapped by anything, it's all just self-inflicted. She's holding herself.
What is she doing with her rage?
It goes inward.
Interesting. Okay, you can open your eyes. After you do your mind painting of your angry fire dragon, then do a real painting of your rage, or express yourself through dancing, piano playing, or singing. Pound some clay to create an expressive sculpture. When you are finished, take deep breaths, close your eyes, and softly relax. You will feel much better after expressing yourself. Try not to take your anger out on yourself or others.
Oh, you mean like my mind dragon was literally doing in my vision? That's really funny. Maybe you guys are also struggling with your anger, because that's definitely a conversation I've been having with myself on how I need to express my anger, not as like outward hurtful words. I don't mean them. The phrase piece of shit has been coming out of my mouth lately.
Oh no.
And like just in a variety of circumstances.
Mm-hmm.
Not that I've been like directing them at a person, but
Right.
like that is the like bullet that fires out of my mouth.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to direct that at anyone.
Whose is that?
It feels like an uncle, because my parents would never have said anything like that.
Oh.
It feels like something I heard from like an uncle figure or something like that, and maybe it wasn't specifically an uncle. And maybe I saw it in a movie when I was young or something.
Right.
I was witness to many movies
Yeah.
that were too old for me.
Oh yeah.
And so maybe as I was struggling with my childhood anger, that was like, oh, that's how you express anger.
Mm-hmm.
So as I'm engaging with letting my anger out in the moment, that specific phrase keeps coming up for me. And like, if Carrie and I do have children, I cannot say that to a child.
Right.
That's unacceptable.
Right.
To me, from me to me, dear
Right.
Kayla, that's unacceptable.
Right.
So that's a good prompt to find a different way to express my anger in the moment that is not self-inflicted. Because like my next go-to is like clutching a body part really hard, but that is a form of self-harm, and I do not engage with myself in that way anymore.
Good. That's good awareness.
That whenever my brain thinks about self-harm, we say, I see you thinking that thought, brain, and those actions are harmful to us, and we will not be doing those things.
Yeah.
I think labeling your thoughts sometimes, or those actions, as harmful is helpful to your unconscious mind to like rewire when it thinks that is appropriate. And
right.
like that has been coming through way fucking less for me.
Right.
Like even the thought of self-harm has not been coming up for me very frequently at all, which is really great.
Yeah.
How does that card resonate for you?
Really well.
Yeah.
I have found myself when anger has come up for me lately. I have been definitely not expressing it. I have been almost like shutting down instead.
Holding it in instead.
And not even just like intentionally like holding it in, just being like, like
it's unsafe for me to feel this, or
I don't have the emotional capacity or energy to deal with this. And so like, and also tolerate the situation. So it's just been a lot of, I feel like not necessarily shoving it, but just like
trapping it,
like trying to just like trying to cover it up as something else. Trying to be like, I don't have time for you to be anger. Like, I can't see you as anger right now. So like, I can put you in my pocket as sadness and deal with you later.
Oh, that's really interesting.
Yeah.
Because usually, like, according to my therapist, like, anger covers sadness. Anger covers so many other emotions.
Yeah.
But in this scenario, you're covering anger with something else.
Yeah. Like, I'm just like, the anger is too much to deal with right now. Like, or, I don't know. I don't know. Or I'm just like, I don't have time to deal with the anger. I know I'm sad about it. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. I guess I don't know how to describe that. Because I'm definitely aware that, like, the interactions and things, while they do spark anger, there's definitely sadness behind it.
Oh, for sure. Well, and maybe, does it feel like you're squashing your anger with another emotion? Or have you gotten really good at seeing your anger for what it is, a cover for sadness? Because in DBT, like, you have been trained very specifically to know what is behind your anger.
Right.
So are you covering it, or are you just really good at seeing what's underneath it?
Maybe that's what it is. Because I don't feel like I have to go back for
That's beautiful. Because I am not good at that yet. I have not received, like, DBT. What is it? Dialectical behavior therapy.
Yeah.
That is not the therapy that I did. So I am still working with myself on my anger.
Yeah. But because I can feel angry. Like I do.
For sure.
Like I can feel angry. And when I do feel angry, it comes out as like, oh, I'm super frustrated right now. And I'm going to go take a minute until I... I don't feel so frustrated, and then I come back to the situation. Or I can say in the moment, like, I'm super frustrated and I need a minute.
I don't have that skill yet. I am working on it. I feel like whatever I have to do is gonna need to be vocal, because that is my go-to. Well, and with my human design, like, my throat is defined, and with manifestors specifically, much of our power is through our voice, and that is immediately my reaction is to get vocal, but I need it to be with not hurtful words somehow. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just like a guttural, like, blah. No, I don't know what it needs to be. Something that hopefully doesn't hurt my vocal cords.
That's why I made up the words like schnickelfritz and blargleberry snoreflats.
No, that doesn't do it for me. I think it's gonna need to be primal, like something that. How does it feel? When I feel like I'm expressing my anger, it feels like it moves from my throat and my shoulders right here up into my head and out of me.
Oh, okay.
And that's how I need to, like...
You need to dispel the energy.
Yes. And then I feel better in my body, but then I feel guilty for saying the words that I've spoken out loud.
Okay.
And again, this has only been happening since I've been letting myself feel my anger in the moment. Prior to that, I just would shove it down and ignore it for a very long time until I exploded.
Yeah.
But my husband has kindly told me that my explosions are much less because I'm letting myself feel my anger in the moment instead of bottling it up.
Yeah.
Which is good. So
could you say in that moment, like, I'm feeling angry. Blah!
I think that that's a good plan. I think I'm going to try that type of thing.
Yeah.
Just like, anger! Yeah, what if I just scream the word anger?
Yeah, yes.
Like a literal expression of it.
Because that's how I started too, is like with DBT, like, because I would start to notice the anger and like be aware that anger was the easy thing to cover up all of my other emotions.
Yes.
Especially the sadness.
I've gotten much better friends with my sadness.
Yes. Well, sadness used to be very comfortable for me. Sadness is what I lived in as a teenager because sadness was safe. I could be sad by myself.
Oh.
I could be sad in front of people and just be sad and quiet, and nobody would need to know that I was sad, because I could just be a moody, sad teenager over here
Gotcha.
in my space and just be emo and listen to my sad music and perpetuate my sad feelings all by my sad self in my sad room by myself.
That sounds terrible.
Right? Right? I mean, it does. It was, but I wasn't really in a place where I could I could not express anger. That was not acceptable.
Anger was never acceptable.
No.
Which is really hard for a manifester, because our not self, when we're out of alignment, is immediately anger.
Yeah.
And I feel like for most manifestors during childhood,
Mm-hmm.
because so little is in our control and we are initiators, creators, independent thinkers, we want to do things our own way.
Yeah.
It's got to be really hard on most manifestor children. Like, if you're a parent and don't know human design,
Right.
because how would they know? How would they know that if they don't know human design? And like, for most of our parents' generation, that wasn't like a fucking thing that was a mainstream.
Right.
Like, even now, I don't know that it's mainstream yet.
Right.
Like, I think I'm very far down the
Radical.
hippie spiritual
yeah.
path.
Yeah. For sure. But so I would just be in my sad, safe space, because sad was easy. Sad was easy, and sad was safe. But anger was never okay.
Interesting.
And so, like, figuring that out and figuring out now how to be angry and like express like, I'm feeling angry. It's not at, and the people in my environment are very sensitive individuals. And I love them. I'm also a very sensitive individual.
Sure.
And so being able to say, I am angry, it is not at you. It is at the situation. I am just full of anger right now, and I just need a minute.
Yes.
It's been so helpful. That was the most helpful step. And then, because then nobody else gets all twisted up in their own feelings or shame or whatever, and then I'm free to was able to feel my feelings and like move past that anger and get to whatever was underneath, which is usually sadness.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the... Well, I used to hate my sadness, but we're in a better relationship now. I've got a really bad headache. I don't know if I need to like eat food. Well, it just like came to me, this headache. Sometimes that happens like over here sometimes, but like now it's over here.
Interesting.
I don't think it's a medically concerning headache. If I thought that it was, I would go get like a CAT scan. But I think it happens.
That escalated quickly.
Look, I have some medical anxiety, okay?
Okay. I was like, wow.
My sweet husband has to talk me down sometimes.
Okay.
It's okay. Because I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna die. Like, that's immediately where my brain goes. But that's not what this is, I promise.
Okay, great. Glad to hear that.
I think it happens when something big shifts in my body, and I think that has happened through this conversation.
Yeah.
I think it's just really interesting that it's on like this side and not this side. It probably has something to do with my like Kundalini channels, energy channels. Anyway,
I'm interested in it.
find new ways to express your anger.
Yeah.
Perhaps more consistently.
Or just like when you're feeling it, just speak it. Like, I'm feeling angry.
Yes. Well, and I remember having a conversation with my mom about how I was angry, but that anger was mine, not hers. I was like, my anger does not have a direction.
Yeah.
I'm not angry at you.
Yes.
I just am angry.
Right. And that gets to be okay. You get to have your feelings.
You get to have yours. I get to have mine.
Yeah, they're all valid. They're there for a reason.
For sure, see. Yeah. So, anywho's all, you drew a second card, didn't you?
I shuffled it back in.
Okay. A little shuffling hands just did it. Okay. Well, beautifuls. That was basically a really decent window into what our actual slumber parties look like. We call them giggles nights, though.
Yeah, giggle nights.
And it's not always a sleepover. It's just us hanging out on
Yeah.
like a Friday night, chilling,
Yeah.
pulling cards and getting deep.
Oh, yeah. For
So,
sure.
thank you for coming along on this journey, my loves.
Yes.
It's such an honor to do life together with you.
I'm loving it.
And we didn't mention it yet in this episode, but we did create a free Facebook community also.
Yeah.
It's called Soul Fellowship, and it lives on Facebook,
Yep.
and anyone can join it. So if the Back Pocket Besties Club, that $5 a month, isn't feasible for you, you can join the Soul Fellowship. And we're really great about posting like spiritual or uplifting memes or like validating artwork.
Yes. Lots of cute stuff going on in there.
And I feel like deeper conversations are starting to happen too, which is really nice. So
it's great.
it's not just us shouting memes into the void.
Yes.
It's people commenting and us, everyone just kind of sharing. So that's the direction we're hoping it goes in, and it feels like we're flowing in a good way.
Yes.
So you're so welcome to join us there.
I would love that. For sure.
Okay. Anything else, Big Bird?
Nope. I think we did it, Big Bird.
We so did it. All right. Love you. Bye.
Love you. Bye.
Oh yeah. The kiss is integral.
Yeah, for sure.